So many people have moved in since COVID that it has just put enormous pressure on the prices.
I'm looking at anybody to solve the problem. Nobody seems to be talking about it.
Hastings has a new battle on its hands. Since the pandemic, this seaside town has become the perfect place for Londoners to relocate. But that has pushed up prices and shrunk the housing stock.
Just 4 years ago, there were only 78 households in temporary accommodation in Hastings. Now there are 570. And that is costing the council £5 million a year out of their £12 million a year budget.
Jess Steele runs a group trying to solve that crisis. Her team takes on derelict buildings like this one, with a plan to turn them into community hubs with flats that have their rents capped. It's a model they want to replicate across the town.
It's not just about building more houses. It's certainly not about building more expensive houses. And this is the problem, that if you just carry on doing what we've always done, then you get what you've always got.
And her group has already had success in the building next door.
Hiya, it's Kiran. How are you?
Good
to meet you.
Adam is one resident who has hugely benefited from this scheme.
Thanks for having us.
It was a real lifeline in a scary situation. I've struggled with my mental health and physical health, and being here has been essential, really, to my well-being.
And so is housing your #1 priority when it comes to voting?
It's one of a number. You know, since 2010, in many different areas, I feel like everything has just declined massively. So for me, the priority is removing the Tories.
Hastings is a marginal seat that sits among the sea wall. The Tories swept these coastal towns of England and Wales at the last election, winning 3/4 of the constituencies. But now, under the new boundaries, exclusive polling for Channel 4 News shows that Labour is 20 points ahead of the Conservatives in the sea wall. I got out my trio of deck chairs to get more of the mood from the town.
I don't even want to get me started on politics, though. That's the funny thing, because, yeah, anyway, ask me a question.
How are you feeling about the election?
Well, I'm really glad that it's been called.
Yep.
Definitely need to change the government.
I think Rishi Sunak is a nice guy. I think he's been trying to calm things down.
What are the issues that are important to you?
The biggest issue is homelessness. I just spent a year homeless with my dog.
The rents have gone up. That affected me personally.
More and more people living paycheck to paycheck.
It's been difficult. Like, we had to cut down, like, okay, I used to get 2 bags of grapes, now like 1 bag of grapes.
Yeah.
You know?
Ideally, I'd like to do green, because I do agree with a lot of their policies and stuff, but I know that there's a smaller chance of them getting in.
Do you think there's any politicians out there now who do care about any of that?
For me, I want to go for that Reform Party.
Nigel Farage.
One vote, put it in there and see what happens. But
Are you excited about voting?
Not really.
Hastings, oh Hastings, that town of repute. Once fishermen's smocks, now estate agent suits. Some drinking be
Such is the frustration with the town's state of affairs that it's become a musical.
Out comes too tight. A storms are coming, it's written in the sky. A storms are coming for you and for I.
This song recalls a time in the 19th century when residents took to the beach to protest at the high cost of housing. It's an issue that never goes away.
It certainly was a problem then, and it's a problem now. I don't remember it being such a big problem when I was growing up in the 70s. And but now everyone seems to talk about it, apart from all the parties that seem to be vying to get into government. It seems to be the elephant in the room that's not in anybody's agenda at the moment.
What do you want to hear from the political parties about housing?
I want to hear something big, you know, something inventive. You know, like happened after the war, we built a shed load of council houses to house people. They seem to be busy caught in the haves. And they don't really seem to, nobody seems to be that bothered about the have-nots, really.
We're priced out of George Street with no means to leave, let alone get a job or your own family. Storms are coming.
To stop the housing storm from doing any more damage, the people in this town want concrete solutions. But are the national campaigns listening to what's happening down here at the local level.
Changes are coming, you'll see by and by.
And here is a full list of the candidates standing in Hastings and Rye in the general election on the 4th of July.